Hello everybody and welcome back to RogueTech, where we've currently got some repairs to do, but we also have a Black Knight. Let's hop into the mech bay here and let's go ahead and get that readied and see what it's going to need. It may or may not have its heatsink kit intact, so let's go ahead and see here.
That mech you wanted is back online.
Exchanges most of the energy weapons for a sawed-off thumper, huh? That's interesting. I'm not super familiar with this particular model. The sheath beacon appears to be broken. Oh, hello. Why am I forgetting to do this? There we go. Okay, wonderful. So we're just going to go ahead and hit this repair all button and see what happens. Unfortunate. Well, at least the sawed-off thumper sticks around. Okay. Combat shield, huh? Grants bulwark. Is that just... does it always grant bulwark? Huh. I guess we'll see. I'm not too interested in the flamer hotshot. Honestly, if this thing's got a sawed-off thumper, optimal of 430, max of 870. It's kind of a mid-range. And we don't have any thumper ammo on here. Okay. This double heatsink we may have to remove. Let's see here. Yeah, we don't have a double heatsink kit. So we do something like this. Although the tag could theoretically stay on, I think we'll do that. If this is going to be like a medium range quasi-brawler, then we may want it to have, not PPCs, but we may want it to have something along the lines of some more standard Black Knight equipment here. I mean, we've got 5 energy hardpoints. We do have 2 missile hardpoints as well. Interesting. Now, we're not gonna cram a pair of Arrow 4s on here, I don't think. Although that would be funny. We don't have a fusion core in here right now. That's a big part of the reason why we're getting away with this. Once we put a fusion core in here, and this is by default an engine core 300, once we put this in here, this is going to get real heavy real fast. We can put, say, a 280 in here. And yeah, we can see we're 8 tons overweight. We dropped the MRM ammo. And we're 6 tons overweight. This is funny, right? I'm not sure if it's good. I'm not even sure if we want the sawed-off thumper, honestly. Stock combat role here is a heavy brawler. What if this was essentially a replacement for our Midran Centurion? For now, we don't have an AC-20 Midran. We could get one. Salvage it off of the Centurion. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Now you can see this is already quite expensive. And if we were to put in, say, ferrofibrous armor and endosteel structure, that bumps up the cost pretty dramatically. I think I would want this not to be an artillery piece, especially since we've already got one. Oh, we did have the thumper ammo. Especially since we've already got one in the Salamander. I think that we don't make this be an artillery piece, but rather we bump this from an engine core 280 to an engine core 320, which is the biggest that we have right now. Yeah, this is more money than we currently have. We could theoretically not bring the ferrofibrous and endosteel for right now and save some cash on that. And then we'd essentially have like a Midran here. I'd like to see, like, okay, absolute ideal, right? We have like a medium laser here and here. And then we have like an MRM 40 here and here. AC-20 Midran. I have no idea what the weight on that would look like. But the AC-20 Midran, MRM ammo here and here. AC-20 ammo perhaps here. I don't like having it in the CT, but we may not have much of an option. Although MRM ammo could go like here, here, and here, and then AC-20 ammo here, perhaps. That might work. But I'd like to have the Precision and Standard. We'd have to look at how quickly we'd eat up the MRM ammo for that. We could put another ton of MRM ammo here, theoretically. And then in these two, given our weight with that loadout, that would probably end up being like small lasers or something. These may have to be downgraded to smalls as well. And then heat sinks for what is necessary there. That would be the ideal scenario. We don't have MRM 40s. We don't even have MRM 20s. We don't even have any MRMs right now. We could just put in SRM 6s, but I kind of hate it. We're just going to not work on that for the time being. We've got some ideas for it. But we're going to require some additional... We're going to require some additional parts for that as well. So we're just going to tick forward here, get these repairs done. And the repairs will be finished now. Fantastic. Let's go ahead and go through our mech warriors, get some training in here.
Confirmed. What can I do?
Receiving you.
And not a whole lot going on there, actually. No training needed. Okay. That's fine. We'll hop into the command center now, and we're going to look for additional things that give us a decent amount of cash, as well as a decent amount of salvage, like this one here. This ambush convoy mission is, I think, the best option here. Okay, let's do it. We'll bump up to 4 of 18 salvage and run it like that. Okay, so this is our loadout that we had last time. Of course, we had these two slots closed. We're going to be bringing the Chameleon and the Hunchback for right now. And in those slots, we're going to want a Chameleon and a Hunchback pilot, ideally. Paladin is a Hunchback pilot, that'll work. And Savarok and Chronic Toast, neither of them are Chameleon pilots. We'll put Savarok in there for now. Okay, sounds good. Let's do this. We'll make our way out there, make ourselves a little bit more money, and once we get these 3 mechs online, we're going to have a huge power bump. Absolutely huge. But that's going to be expensive, and we kind of need to stop getting mechs in that repair queue. It's piling up. There's no doubt about that. That said, I'm reasonably content with that Black Knight. I do think that that's some solid hard points for a cavalry mech. Even if we just had, like, dual MRM 20s rather than the MRM 40s, that would still be insane in terms of the damage output. MRMs are what, 100 shots per ton of ammo? I think? So, in theory, an MRM 20 would go through 1 ton of ammo in 5 turns. An MRM 40 would go through it in 2.5. So dual MRM 40s would go through it in, like, 1.25 turns. Because you'd be firing 80 the first turn, and then 20 the second turn. So if you wanted to have, like, 10 rounds of ammunition, you'd need to have 4 tons. Right? Because that would be 400. No, that would give you 5 turns of ammunition. 8 tons of ammunition if you wanted to have 10 rounds of ammo. That's kind of a lot. Kind of a lot. So we need to destroy the supply convoy and escape, with a secondary of destroying the convoy guards. A friend of our organization has been accused by the Draconis Combine of illegal activities. While under this accusation, she's unable to perform her duties for local government leadership. Evidence to be used in an upcoming hearing is being transported to a spaceport for safekeeping off-planet. Your team is to intercept this convoy and destroy it. Commander, the local nets are full of news about this hearing. This job is higher profile than our usual work. It's your call, though. If we don't take the job, another mercenary company will. Okay, so is that the convoy there? Yeah, that's the target area. Odd place for the target area. Evac zone is over there. And where is our denial zone? Up here? That's a solid denial zone. We can't deploy along that. We could deploy over here, though, which forces them to move through us. And I'm a big fan of doing that when it's a convoy ambush mission. Force them to move through us, and they'll never make it.
I've got eyes on the target.
Okay. So, convoy is over here, and they've got some guards.
Try not to fall
Interesting.
down. Don't want sand and dust clogging your joints.
So we've got a fleet. Oh, that's our allies down there. Okay. Interesting that we don't know what this is, despite it being our ally. Sure. That's fine. So there's also a skulker here and a spider. I don't imagine... Wait a second. No. We're ambushing the Dracos. These are part of the escorts. This is our friend the Lynx. This is our friend the Avatar. Our friend the Romeo and our friend the Scimitar. I wish I could spawn right on the enemy like that. That would be nice. But alas, we cannot, so we're going to reserve and allow them to move. We're going to reserve again until we have some solid targets. That was some good shooting there. Actually, not so much. That did move. So, yeah, that's fine. We're very happy about that, actually. We're going to continue to reserve.
Waiting for the shot.
I for sure want to see some of these guys move.
Primary target is damaged, Commander. Keep it up.
This does make it a little awkward for a thumper. Luckily, we don't care about that damage. He's hiding behind the Lynx there. Okay.
Ready for orders.
We'll start to move at this time. We're going to move up to here, and I'd like to go for the Strider, perhaps. Yeah, I'd like to go for the Strider here. We'll not fire the improved heavy laser, obviously, because of heat. We did get 36 damage in there, plus an additional 7. Okay.
I'm receiving you.
Not too bad. Our Hunchy will swing out over here, and we'll see what our hit odds are like. Mediocre. Are we better off with Listen Kill here? No, we are not. Okay, Artemis it is.
Roger that.
Oof. That didn't go very well. The Avatar moves back. Does absolutely 0 damage to that vehicle. That was unfortunate for it, for sure. Well, we're not going to see any salvage of any heavy mechs here. And that's fine. We don't need any more. That is bold. Very bold.
Standing by.
Okay. Our Chameleon is going to, I think, position over here for right now.
Got it.
And we'll potshot this guy on our way by. Not likely to get very much done here.
On target.
Yeah, absolutely nothing. I'm not shocked by that. That is fully expected. Local government's deployments are really awkward here, actually. Okay.
Let's do this.
Luckily, we don't care about damage to local government mechs. So, we are, I think, just going to drop Arrow 4s on this guy. Centrally located.
Acknowledged.
That was not a great shot, but the other one wasn't bad. Okay. We're going to move up with our long-range Centurion here and position here.
Moving out.
And we'll attempt to fire on this guy. Odds are not great, so we're going to fire in X1 mode to attempt to prevent jamming.
Affirmative.
We did manage to tag him. Okay.
I hear ya.
That's all completely fine. We're going to sprint up over here. This is, of course, still round 1, so we have no sensors. And that's a big part of the reason why we're struggling to hit. Okay, sounds good.
Standing by.
Our Midran Centurion is going to sprint forward over here, and I do think that this Midran Centurion is going to get replaced, basically in full, by that Black Knight.
Standing by.
But we're not really ready for that just yet. We need more cash than anything for that one.
Understood. Moving.
We're going to move the Orion up to here, and we're going to pot shot at this striker, but not firing one large laser because the hit odds are just not good enough. That was good, though. That was very good. Okay, the Wolverine is going to continue to be aggressive up over here. We're going to fire the binary laser at the ultralight LRM carrier. There's a decent chance that we stray shot something. Or we could just kill it.
Concentrate your fire and bring it down.
That works too.
Knocked out a vehicle.
Okay, we'll see what the enemy decides to do about this. They're moving their Strider and their Skulker right now. We don't care about that. In the slightest.
Yes, Commander.
Our Battlemaster is going to sprint forward up the road.
Roger. Full speed.
And it looks like our only LOS is actually on this AC-10 carrier. And we'll go ahead and fire on that. Odds are pretty low, but we'll give it a go.
Target acquired.
Okay.
It's pretty damn hot in here.
Oh, you're fine. It's hotter in that Lynx's cockpit. There's no doubt about that. Okay, the Skulker positioned itself really badly there. So our Centurion is going to move up over here. This is our Midran Centurion. And we are just going to light this guy up rear arc. I was hoping for more hits there on 75%, I'll be honest. That was like 2 of 5. Bad luck there. Mortar carrier taking some damage. And doing some stray shots. Okay. I mean, it's not going to be too much longer, right? This is pretty much in the bag. We just need to move up a bit. That's interesting. He decided to DFA that avatar and then fell over. I think he did more damage to himself than he did to the avatar. And this is why I don't DFA. We're going to move up with our Chameleon here.
Coordinates received.
And we're going to fire on that Skulker. We don't care about potential stray shots, but we aren't going to fire these lasers here. I'm actually surprised. Oh, it's because of the fire. That's why we're generating so much heat here. We need to generate less heat. We'll do this. Actually, this.
Target lock on enemy.
Okay. There we go. That's not too bad. The Orion is going to position up over here. We have clear LOS on the AC-10 carrier. Light him up.
Firing all weapons.
Perfect. AC-10 carrier is down.
One more for the trash heap.
Okay, the Scimitar moves next, goes for that Spider. This is deeply unsurprising. Cloudbuster AA tank goes for the Flea. That's fine, we don't care about that. Double heat sinks may be going onto the loot table.
Yes, Commander.
We would not hate that. We're going to move
my
up
way.
with this Centurion, and we're going to fire, I think, on probably that Spider. Right? Technically, our hit odds are a little bit better on the Skulker.
Enemy outflanked. Bringing the pain.
Okay, if you call 5 damage pain, sure. But, I'm not sure that I'm going to characterize that as bringing the pain. We'll try this again.
Target lock on enemy's rear.
That's more like it. That's bringing the pain.
Make that
Fantastic.
vehicle.
So we are, of course, going to move up with our salamander here. Where are they grouped up? They are grouped up here. So we're going to go for the Cloudbuster at this point.
Firing on target.
That was some pretty solid damage there. We'll take it. Light mortar carrier moves up. Fires on the Avatar. We're okay with that. It did more damage to its own mech than it did to the Avatar. The Lynx is going to back out of the fire, go for the light mortar carrier, miss everything, and probably shut down. It didn't shut down, but it was close. That light mortar carrier doesn't have much left.
Receiving you.
Our allies are making this messy, though. There's no doubt about it. Okay, these hit odds are better here, so we'll just go ahead and do this. We'll use armor-piercing ammo.
Confirmed.
Okay. Structure exposure there, but it's not dead.
What can I do for you?
The Wolverine will close in a little bit. I
my
think
way.
we want to go for the Cloudbuster here, honestly. Yeah, I think we do. We'll have an easier time getting LOS on other things. We will not fire these 2 medium lasers for heat purposes.
Affirmative.
We did miss the binary laser. That is unfortunate.
Commander.
Well, the Battlemaster can close in over here, and it actually has unobstructed LOS up here, but I'm not convinced that this is a good idea to fire this. Well, this isn't our mech. This is, though. We're not going to fire this. I don't want to backstab our Centurion. The Lynx is going to charge this light mortar carrier. It barely does any damage there, but it does get the kill.
Order.
So that works, actually. The Orion has obstructed LOS, and I would like to get somewhere where it doesn't. Or at least where the obstruction is not one of our mechs. Technically, this is unobstructed LOS.
No shooting, just running.
Technically. And I think the hit odds are good enough, and the Battlemaster tanky enough to get away with this. We'll have to fire 1 large laser because of heat, but otherwise...
Roger that.
Yeah, that was solid.
Leopard inbound.
Pilot ejection.
I'll meet you at the
Okay.
LZ.
So honestly, the only guy that's left is this Strider.
Confirmed.
We'll shred some armor off of him. Romeo moves up. Doesn't do anything. Okay. Strider kind of runs away a bit. Goes for the Lynx. That's fine.
Good to go.
So this is our Midran Centurion, and it's going to position here. We're going to fire on this guy with a precision ammo.
Here you go.
Nice.
Inflicted heavy damage.
Okay, the Avatar is not going to do anything. I was expecting it to fire on the Strider here. Unfortunate, but we'll go ahead and launch, I think, just standard missiles here.
Angle. Taking the shot.
Those were not good shots, but they'll do. That'll be a knockdown.
Critical hit.
Actually, it wasn't. It was very close to a knockdown. This will get a knockdown.
Moving to position. Behind you.
There we go.
Take that.
Actually, a pilot ejection. Okay, let's get out of here.
Mission successful.
So the question is, did we get any double heatsink kits? The answer is probably no. Did we get any clan double heatsinks? The answer is probably no. But we'll see. If it loads. There we go. Okay, so we did get like 500,000 C-bills. That's not terrible. And we barely took any damage. Did we take any damage? I'm not sure if we took damage. Okay, AC-10. ER medium laser isn't awful. We can grab that for now. planned medium pulse rate laser, we might actually see something interesting here. Nope, just regular heat sinks. There's a ballistic crit FCS and a flak FCS. We'll take both of those, and we'll roulette these engine cores. Alarm 5s, mortar 4s, not a fan. Tiny little engine cores. We'll keep the 80, I guess, because we don't have one. Safed LRM ammo is nice, and vehicle flamer ammo, we'll get rid of that as well. So yeah, I don't actually think that we took any damage at all. I don't recall taking any damage. We'll find out here in a moment. It is about time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that as soon as we know whether we've taken any damage or not. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and let's see if there's any damage here. As soon as Yang wants to tell us. Come on, Yang. You can do it, buddy. I'm pretty sure Yang can do it. There we go. Apparently we did take some damage. I must have missed that. It was the chameleon. Okay. Only 360 C-bills worth and only 1 day. We're going to have to tick forward 2 days to get our pilots back anyway. And I will see you all next time.